At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
Scoreless ball game after Bryant goes 3 and out on their first drive. They punted away to Monmouth, again, who's looking for their 6th straight win of this season. Come in 7-1 and 4-0 in the CAA. Frankie Weaver, after an interception on that red zone trip that they had, Bryant able to kick it back to them. So they'll start at the 28-yard line. Hand off. And Nelson spills forward for about 4.
Yeah, just inside zone, does a nice job getting behind his left guard. Isn't really touched till he gets about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Well, you're really going to feel like this Monmouth line has also been a highlight for this team this year. They have a really good mix of some underclassmen and then some veterans. You bring back a couple all-CAA guards and tackles. Nelson, big hole, explodes forward. There goes Nelson inside the 25, 10, 5, touchdown. Rodney Nelson for 6. And Monmouth with an explosive run from their star running back.
Yeah, it just comes right back at you, running right at you. Linebacker does not get over the top. They do a nice job getting to the linebacker. You'll see it right here. He gets sucked up underneath. Guard comes off, and he's off to the races. I'd like to see the safety get downhill and make that tackle.
Just a quick hitter, explosive play for Monmouth.
Linebacker's got to do a better job getting over the top of that.
And it feels like for Bryant this season, there's just been a lot of these explosive plays. You know, I think one of the other games you saw here in the main game, there were a couple just long ball touchdowns. And now I don't know if they're confirming the review. Officials going over to the monitor.
Yeah, I don't know what they're...
To maybe see if, did Nelson get in? Did he step out? They went in, kind of angled toward the end zone. And they're going to take a look just to confirm this touchdown.
I didn't see a problem with it, to be honest with you.
But right now, that would be...
See the linebacker get sucked up right there and done. Yeah, I don't know where he would have went out.
69-yard touchdown for Rodney Nelson. Would be his 14th of the year.
Yeah, I don't know what the review's for. I mean, they look pretty clean.
But without their starting quarterback, Derek Robertson, you kind of knew that for Bryant, you got to stop the run early. And
yeah, you got to try to make them one-dimensional in throwing. You can't let them be one-dimensional in running. Because if they can run it, then they get the play action going, and it's a long day.
Right now, our officials still looking this over. Well, our here comes the call. Explodes forward. There it goes. They've confirmed it's a touchdown. Our crew today, led by Alex Perella, who confirms it down in the field. He's having some mic issues.
Yeah, I don't know what there was to review.
So it's going to be Hudson Feeney on for the point after. The redshirt junior. It's up and through. Well, Feeney's only had to kick 1 field goal this year because of how efficient they've been on offense.
That must be nice.
And just going for it on 4th down. So you'll see a lot of PATs possibly for him today, if anything.
And if you're consistent, you can run the ball consistently. And they do go for it on fourth down. You know, with their running game, why wouldn't they? But that's just one of those things. Like, hey, we'd rather just run it right at you.
Yeah, looking at Monmouth's offense this year, they're 5th in the FCS in scoring offense, 1st in total offense, 3rd in rushing, and 2nd in passing. This is a highly explosive offense that, for Bryant too on offense, now that they're getting the ball back, you really want to make sure you don't continue to have these 3-and-outs stack up, and because Monmouth, with the momentum they can grab on offense, and you just kind of want to control possession, and that is something that Bryant really wanted to do last week against URI, just kind of slow the game down on offense, kind of grind out some drives yourselves, be efficient, get some scores, because Monmouth, it's like playing Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. They can score in 20 seconds, and you saw it right there, just the explosive run from Nelson.
It doesn't take long.
Inside the 10 for Bryant and Kelijah Williams, who spins off a couple tacklers and able to get out near the 40. So they will start with pretty good field position there at the 39 for Kiefner.
Yeah, thought he had a chance. If he slipped to the left a little bit, he might have had a chance. But nice return, blocked well at the point.
Well, he did have a kickoff return for a touchdown against Campbell. Bryant fans taking it in on really family weekend here.
Nice crowd in the parking lot.
And making their way in still.
They are.
Here at Burns Stadium. Kiefner, fake pitch, rolls out, has a little bit of space, now throws, tight window, and incomplete.
Yeah, at that point, you just like to see him run it and get 4 or 5 yards on first down.
And he thought about doing that too. That was Charlie Sasso on coverage, a redshirt junior.
He had the flat early, and then decided not to do that. But take the sure thing, get the yards.
Especially, again, 3-and-out on the first drive. Bryant really wants to try to move the ball here. Bit of a high snap. Kiefner rolls out and gets dragged backwards. There's Lamont Lester Jr., the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, just a blown assignment, offensive line. It looked like it was going to be a quarterback sweep. He's just running out, and I think the tackle thought he had help and didn't have any help, and ended up with 3rd and 15.
So Bryant just moving the wrong way here. And their second drive, and as Kiefner looks to the sideline. Four-man rush, late blitz shown, finds a tight end in Kobe Keenan. So they get much of that yardage back that they lost on 3rd down. They'll bring up about 4th and 7 or so, and another punt coming with this Bryant offense.
Yeah, it's frustrating, right? You can't, like you talked about a minute ago, you can't have 3-and-outs adding up. You just can't. You got to keep your defense off the field. If you're playing against a team that wants to run the football and can run it effectively, you got to give your defense a break, and you can't do that going 3-and-out.
Old school ground and pound football. I'll be seeing a lot of that today. So Christian Caraglan, the junior from Jacksonville, it's his second punt. Fortunate today, too. They're downwind in this first quarter. Backs Derry up as he backs off. Takes a very nice bounce and settles at the 3. So Caraglan does his job as Monmouth is pinned up in their back end for this upcoming drive.
And playing field position works if you can get off the field defensively.
Third drive looming here for Monmouth. First one, they're able to drive towards the red zone, and then an interception thrown by Frankie Weaver, and then a long touchdown. 69 yards for Rodney Nelson. It's always fun when you see guys' lines, 5 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown, all ballooned by the one long one.
That's it. No matter what you do the rest of the day, it's going to look good.
Nope. Fans on this end trying to make some noise as they feed it to Nelson, and he's stopped pretty much right away there by Brandon Perkins, the UNH transfer. He's really the heart and soul of this defense. Top 10 in the CAA in tackles.
Yeah, nice job filling the hole on that one. Defensive line's got to do a good job keeping the linebackers clean.
Perkins, 5 tackles at URI, has had plenty of double-digit tackles. Game 4 in black and gold. You'll see them all over the field today. Second down, backed up inside their 5. They hand it off again to Nelson, who able to surge past the 10. And enough for a first down.
It's tough, and that's we talked about Monmouth. It's just going to grind it out. And I guarantee you, grind 6 minutes left in the quarter. Monmouth would love nothing better to do than just to run it right down their throat for the next 6 minutes.
That's the thing, too. You just keep the clock moving, and if you're having a 6-7 minute drives each time and it results in touchdowns, you know, Bryant has to really capitalize on their offensive possessions. Hand it off to Nelson once again. And he's getting about 6-7 yards a carry right now, which is what his average is on the season.
And just get the keys out and just drive, right? That's just grind it out and go.
Quick tempo here. Nelson bounces off one tackler for his pile driven into the turf.
There's a 3rd and short. Nice job getting off blocks and make tackles.
So 3rd down, and they want to go quick. 3rd and about a yard, and fans trying to make some noise here. Hand it off to Nelson. Carries a couple defenders with him across the first down marker, and if he got past that, nobody in support behind him. Nelson continues just to be productive.
That's it. Wondering if Bryant was going to come up with a run blitz. They tried to slant more than they tried to do anything else. But it's one of those things you just got to get off blocks. And Monmouth off the line does a nice job eating them up.
I got Schleek Hubbard and JT Cornelius, the right guard, right tackle, all CAA players, redshirt junior and grad student on the ground again. That's Elijah Jennings, the other tailback that they'll feature today. And a career high 76 yards in the win against Hampton, and now an injured Bulldog down on the field.
I didn't see what happened to him on the tackle. When the running backs come in, they just look like twins, right? They just get downhill and obviously coach well, do a nice job protecting the football.
Now 7-0 Monmouth here as you start to wind down at the end of the first. And a career high 76 yards in the win against Hampton, and now an injured Bulldog.
Like an ankle, maybe?
So that's Ezra Carter who's able to get off the field under his own power. First and 10 from the 42 on their own side of the field. 10th ranked Monmouth. A little swing here. TJ Spate gains about 5.
Oh, boy.
And penalty markers flying in the back end.
I don't know if that was on camera, but Bryant player might have thrown a punch. He definitely got 15 yards. I don't know if it was a punch or a slap, but
right in front of the officials.
literally.
It's going to be on, I believe, Lonnie Rice. So they give 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to each side. So they offset. So each player will be tagged with 1. So for Bryant, I mean, that's kind of the best case scenario there.
I think they dodged
Usually it's the second guy, which it was Rice, gets flagged with the penalty, and this time.
Yeah, I wouldn't have called it. I wouldn't have called Monmouth for one on that one.
So, all in all, they'll take the 5 yards they got. 2nd and down. Right about midfield. Throws, intercepted! Cuts back, inside the 10, a pick 6. Olatunde Imparu.
I don't know if there's a flag on that. Great read, great interception. I don't know if on the return there might have been a blind hit.
Yeah, it's on the far side, about the 20, which would have been on the return for Imparu. Had an INT last week against Rhode Island.
Unnecessary block. It's already gone. And you go and you block somebody in the back. Makes no sense.
So here's a look at it again for what Tim was highlighting as we were trying to flip it outside.
Oh, they called that? Oh, my goodness. Oh. Yeah, okay.
So that takes the touchdown off the board. And we'll back Bryant up. The good news is they'll have possession of it, and they're in plus territory. I think now they're getting a little confused about where to place the football, the sticks, and now they got it all organized. So they'll start at Monmouth's 38-yard line for Jaden Kiefner, and this is feel like you have to capitalize here now.
Yeah, they have to. They have to score. I mean, a touchdown. They can't. Field goal's not going to help you here.
When you play a high-powered offense like this, you're right. I think touchdowns are the key. You cannot settle for field goals. Kiefner play action, going for the big play, and it's dropped. Looking for Zaheem Kollick.
You'd like to see him come down with that one. One-on-one. I like the call after the turnover, right? The defense isn't excited. I love going for a big play. Got to convert.
Kollick held in check last week against Uri with just a catch. Now Kiefner against Uri, career high 196 yards passing, a touchdown and 2 picks. On the ground, gives it to the bigger back, Grant Robinson, who's dragging a few white jerseys with him. Look at this surge. Get right near that first down marker. Gain of about 7 or 8 there. To set up a 3rd and short.
Nice job of getting behind his pads and keeping his legs moving.
Only had 4 carries a week ago in the loss against Rhode Island. And a key 3rd down. Bryant's first 2 drives have been 3 and outs. Kiefner with Robinson in the backfield. And now some movement down.
And that just kills your drive. You know, go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Obviously, you think you're in 4-down territory, right? It's just.
Yeah, again, 3rd and 3, pretty much everything it feels like is on the table there, and really for a defense makes it really tough to game plan. And now 3rd and 8, it feels like a passing down situation. Kiefner to pass, over the middle. There's the tailback and Elijah Elliott. Over 30 catches this year for the grad transfer from Montana State.
Yeah, definitely lean on him a lot, to be honest with you. Does a nice job. It's just a tailback delay. It's a nice route.
Feels like take some pressure off, able to move the sticks, go quick. It's Kiefner who keeps it and gets a handful there.
Yeah, you like to see him cut up inside the tight end instead of bouncing that out wide. He's got to cut that up and in.
Deuce Lee helping on the tackle there. Secondary that starts a freshman, sophomore, a redshirt sophomore, and a junior. Lee being really the elder guy, the strong safety there for this Monmouth secondary.
It's a young defense.
Start to wind down. Final 60 seconds of this opening quarter. Elliott on the outside. Oh, and tripped up. Looking for the angle there. Jaden Jones might have saved the touchdown there. Elliott was starting to feel it there at some open space.
I think you're right. The guard does a nice job coming around, picking up the end. Just gets enough of them to get him down.
I see Anthony Perez there. Grad student. So both sides maybe trying to use some tempo here, and obviously Bryant trying to sneak in an extra play or so before the end of this first quarter. Let's see if they want to move it here or they're content with heading to the second. Well, it's been a quarter that featured a long run from Rodney Nelson and a near pick six from Olatunde Imparu as Bryant driving here will look to settle for 6 on the other side.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
You know.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby.
At Geek Prod.
Roll ups, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heart.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Seven 0 Monmouth as we're getting set to start the second quarter. Bryant driving in that first. The long run from Rodney Nelson, 69 yards, the nation's leader in rushing yards, got his 14th touchdown of the season. As now Bryant Kiefner over the middle, it's Keenan.
Nice little pop pass. You got a big tight end, you might as well use him.
Kiefner to Keenan. His second touchdown of the season, and Bryant a PAT away from notching things up.
Does a nice job off the play action. See the fake there, just the tight end getting inside the safety. Really tough defensively because he's got outside gap. He's a D gap player. Once the tight end gets inside of you like that, there's really not a whole lot you can do if you don't have any help.
Point after is up and good. The newer place kicker here, Nicholas Stoyanovich. And Bryant too, you get a little more confidence there knowing that, hey, we could have had the pick six. Penalty backs you up. Remember that big third down they had? They converted to Elliott to avoid their third straight 3-and-out to start an offense. And now you're starting to see things rolling along here for this Bryant offense. Trying to pull off the upset.
Despite
a large crowd on hand.
Yeah, it's the best crowd I've seen in a while, to be honest with you. It's nice. They're still filling in, which is great. But I guarantee you, scores around the league, people were like 7-7 at the end of the beginning of the second. But discounting the 2 interceptions that Monmouth is throwing, I don't think they're going to throw a lot more interceptions.
No.
Bryant can't get done penalties. They just can't have those today. And Monmouth's got to keep for Bryant to be successful. Bryant's got to play perfect. They can't have done penalties. They can't be in third and long.
And I feel like we've seen that at certain games this year that they have been in. Obviously, the big FBS win they had early in the year at UMass. And, really close losses to Campbell and Towson. This is a Bryant team, second year in the CAA, still looking for their first CAA win.
Harder than you think.
they have been the last 3, score lines not been in their favor, but they have played a lot of close battles and just a play or 2 away. As this quarter, they're going to be kicking into the win this time. So a couple of bounces played in front by TJ Spate. So for Frankie Weaver, 2 picks thrown in that first quarter, including one in the red zone and one that nearly would have been taken back for a pick 6. And I think that was the game plan for Bryant. You have to try to stop this run early, force Monmouth into some third and long situations, and kind of let that pass rush do their work, or let the secondary as well.
Yeah, Bryant's corners have played well this year, and it's one of those things where they're going to lock him up, play man-to-man, and try to stop the run. Monmouth sees man-to-man, they're going to throw at it.
So Weaver, the redshirt freshman, again in for the injured Derek Robertson, who's week to week right now. And they're going to lean on number 20 in white, Rodney Nelson again. Logged 5 straight 100-yard games, make it 6 today. Look at those numbers. Obviously the 69-yard run to highlight it as flags flying in here. There's some more movement.
I think everybody that had a flag threw it.
Well, Tim Lynch, Halloween was yesterday. Were you a referee for Halloween?
No. I took it off. Didn't partake in any costumes last night.
Like the official with the yellow hanky, usually a staple around Halloween time. It's a 5-yard penalty. Weaver. Short pass over the middle, has some blockers in front. And Josh Derry, team receiver, leading receiver, gets right near midfield on that screen play.
They set up well. Running back goes out. Looks flashy like they want to go to him, then they bring the screen up underneath. Offensive lineman did a nice job getting out in front of him.
Trying to go quick, and another penalty here going against Monmouth. So that's on Chris Moreno, false start penalty. One of those veteran guards that they bring back on this offense. Started a lot of games last year, 10 at left guard. Haven't seen too many penalties in that first quarter. Really that affected. He had 2 offsetting unsportsmanlike. As Nelson met at the line. A barrage of players getting in there, but Brandon Perkins, one of the leaders.
And you'll see the defensive line does a good job eating up blocks. He's on block, does a nice job scraping over the top and make the tackle. Really good job by the defensive line.
Again, Perkins, a career high 14 tackles earlier this year against UMass. 37 games at UNH. Senior season for him playing at Bryant. On the ground. Another run play, and line moving a bit there as they get right to the 50. And a third down coming for Nelson.
Must feel nice being confident enough to, on 2nd and 15 to run the ball and say, hey, here we come. Most teams might want to throw it in that situation.
Now, they've been perfect today, as you saw on your screen there, on third down. Bryant defense that's 8th in the CAA in third down defense. And he'll be short here. So now it's time for Monmouth. This kind of is a good territory for them if they want to go for it.
I don't think they're ever not going to go for it, to be honest. They didn't have a punt team ready on the side. You know what I mean? Most third downs.
A run play on third down, too, obviously.
Yeah, but you know, most time you get the punt team ready on third down, especially third and long. They didn't do that.
Now this year, 14 for 25. Monmouth is on fourth down. 4th and 3. Weaver to the outside, off the fingertips.
If I got tipped when he went to throw it, but Bryant brings all pressure, all zero coverage in the back end. They're just trying to throw the quick out. Just out of his hands. I think it might have gotten tipped.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Tim. TJ Spate, the intended target, and a turnover on downs. Here's a look at it again.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but nonetheless, tough ball to catch. It's a good route. But here, to me, you want to punt that just for field position-wise. Do you think Bryant can go 90 yards? You know, Bryant obviously feels pretty confident to be able to go 53 yards here.
They went 3 and out their first 2 drives. Capitalized on a key third down that led in a short field situation they had off the pick. Pressure coming, Kiefner, and it hits off the hands of Tristan Riley, that was.
Yeah, Bryant going empty is not totally new look today. I haven't done it yet today, but you like to see him make that reception. Got a chance to run here in space.
Kiefner threw it on the money, and again, Monmouth brought some pressure. Again, Kevin Callahan, as Coach Callahan said for Monmouth on their defense after last week, had one of its finest days on that side of the ball this year. As they're wrapping up Grant Robinson there. We've seen a nice mixture of him today. So third down and 8 upcoming for Bryant.
That's going to be tall order against this Monmouth defense. Definitely want to be in third and long against these guys.
Right, this year a little bit below average on third down. 38% they've converted this season. Kiefner, pressure in front of him. Dances, low ball, and really just kind of threw it away there. Aldrich Doe, the nearest man, right near the first down markers. So another 3 and out here for Bryant.
I think that was supposed to be a quarterback draw.
It looked like it was on that third down, and Monmouth, I think, just looked like they maintained their lanes there and really no running room.
Nowhere to go.
So punting into the wind here, it does take a friendly bounce right near the 20-yard line.
Tough sun to see, right? With coming in from where it's at right now, and one of those things, trying to catch a punt this time of day is not easy, especially going from left to right.
And you think, obviously, daylight savings this weekend overnight, and something to watch out for. 7-7, we're knotted up here halfway through the second.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
You know.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby.
Hey, Geek Proc.
Roll ups, baby.
Phoenix Rising. 3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heart.
Let's talk about SAC.
SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
Back in Smithfield, Rhode Island, as Monmouth and Bryant meeting here in Rhode Island for the first time since 2013, alongside former Bryant assistant coach Tim Lynch, Thomas Cinzarella, rest of our fantastic crew on hand on a packed Saturday as the calendar turns to November here in New England. Not a better time for some football. Frankie Weaver in this offense, 2 picks in this first half. As Rodney Nelson gets hit behind the line for a loss. He might have just gone back to the line.
I expected them to run a little more power. They're running some zone. You'd think they'd try to get downhill a little bit quicker and pull some guys. And their offensive line's definitely athletic enough to do it. I've seen film on them doing it before.
There's a look at Kevin Callahan and some of his staff on that far sideline. Second down, Nelson, the FCS rushing leader, is over 100 yards today. The reigning CAA Offensive Player of the Week. I mean, at this rate, because of that 69-yard run, you think he's going to have another 200-yard game. I mean, he's already at over 130 today. So most of the offense has accounted for. Big third down upcoming, which Monmouth has been money on today. Bryant feel like you have to get him off here. 2 receivers out. Trey Neal, the bottom of the screen. Sent a man in motion. Handed off to Nelson and tripped up right at the line. That was Azrael Justa.
Yeah, nice run blitz. Definitely does a nice job getting great penetration. I thought it was a tackle for a loss, but really nice job defensively to gang up and stop the run.
So big third down that goes the way of Bryant. They'll be getting the football back here. I think this game really feels like, with how both sides have been playing, is really in the balance. Obviously a tie game right now, but neither side really giving up any ground. As punt pinned to the sideline there by Luke Schabel.
Somebody got a 15-yarder on their bench.
I see a penalty marker right about midfield.
I did not see what caused it.
You don't know if someone ran to the official or...
I saw the end of it. I did not see what caused it.
The official has his hat off as well.
That's typically if the gunner goes out of bounds on his own.
Yep.
But
obviously the punt was also to this sideline too.
Yeah, so I definitely was not watching. My eyes were not on that part of the field.
Well, the crew getting together here and really talking things over. Because usually it means, obviously, if someone goes out of bounds, hat comes off.
Yep.
In case of the first one to touch the football. And here's the call.
All right.
So Liam Lindo offsetting penalties there for Bryant. You see Brendan Meyer in the huddle there with the sling. He was a starting quarterback to start the season, injured in the game against Towson late. And it has been Jaden Kiefner since, who came in that main game. Came in after the first couple of series. They turned to Kiefner, and it's been his job since. Junior from Kingston, Pennsylvania. Kiefner, he'll give it off here to Aldrich Doe. Doe behind the line, and boy, just nothing there. A sea of white.
He's got to see that earlier and cut up. He tries to bounce it outside. Obviously, more of a receiver than a running back. But that's one of those things you got to tell it's not going to develop the way you want it to. Just get positive yardage. You can't take a tackle for a loss. It's not going to work.
Yeah, even if you get just back to the line, better than the loss, and sets up second and long here. Kiefner today, 3 of 8, 32 yards and a touchdown. Goes to the outside of Riley. Looking to shed a tackler. Great tackle in the open field. That was Deuce Lee.
And the same idea right there. Just get upfield. I mean, you don't dance. You don't go around people. Just put your foot in the ground and go upfield. Play should have got 7 or 8 yards. Right there. I don't know why he tries to go out. There's no need to go out there. It's just get upfield.
3rd and 8 now for this Bryant offense at their own 28. One tailback is Robinson. Goes to the far side. Hit as he receiving it. No marker down as Riley clobbered up high. Good coverage on the back end there by Monmouth, and they force a punt.
Yeah, good timing on the pass breakup. Even if it's complete, it's not long enough for a first down.
Yeah, it wasn't anywhere close to the sticks there.
But good defense by Monmouth that series.
So Christian Kerglan called his name a few times today. This Bryant offense been the 4th 3-and-out today, and a touchdown mixed in the middle of that. Kerglan punting into the wind again on this breezy fall afternoon day as it rolls out of bounds at about the 35-yard line for Monmouth's offense to set up shop.
It's one of those things, you get Monmouth to go 3 and out, and then you come back, you can't go 3 and out offensively. You got to get some momentum. You get a first down. Obviously, negative yards on first down is tough to overcome. Bryant's got to stay on schedule.
We talked about the sun, too, at the angle, and just how in New England, too, obviously with the shorter days, and, you know, you get some days like this in New England. Obviously, the sun with the way it sets in the fall time can really make life difficult, and you're kind of seeing a altering wind here now, too. Don't get those at schools like Campbell or William & Mary. On a slant pass, it's his man Josh Derry, slips across midfield, the far side numbers, and a big first down play to Derry. Well, a season low, 2 catches for 23 yards last week. This time Weaver finds him across the middle. We're gonna go tempo here. They dump it in front of Derry. To the outside, he's across the 30, and a big tackle there. A shoestring tackle by Lonnie Rice might have helped save a touchdown.
Yeah, he's exciting when he gets the ball in his hand.
There is one of the guys who's up there in some of the ranks. His 9 touchdowns this year, 3rd in the FCS.
I don't know what he's complaining about.
Officials talking things over with Derry. Brian Bench right there, but Derry trots off the field to the far side. So regardless, it's a 1st and 10 around the 24. Roddy Nelson running back to his left. He gets the feed here, runs to that favorable right side. Another carry for about 5. I mean, he's at almost 150 yards in the first half on the ground. Weaver through the air, under 100. Hand it off to Nelson. Slips past one tackler, but gets smashed on the back end.
He just gets downhill. He's impressive. He takes hits, gets right up. Good ball security. I mean, it's just obviously show good speed when he needs it.
Especially at this end of the field. Nelson weaving his way through traffic and just continues to pick up. Feels like each carry 5 yards every time, automatic, just pencil him in. They're trying to run tempo here against this Bryant defense, which might be a little tired. Nelson, shake and bake, up the middle, inside the 5.
Just leaning on him right now.
So it'll be first and goal from inside the 5. Money on, it's going to go to Roddy Nelson here. Weaver gives it to him. Nelson to the left edge. No sign, now there is. He's in. Touchdown for Nelson, his second of the day, 15th of the season. And Monmouth back on top by a touchdown.
A nice run, nice pad level by the offensive line, just does a nice job. Just finishes his run, finishes downhill.
Going after Hudson Feeney. With about 4.5 to go. And Monmouth has the lead again. So this is kind of a position where Bryant was on the opposite end last week, where they had to lead with about 5 minutes to go against Rhode Island. Rhode Island ends up going down, getting a touchdown, and Bryant goes down. They're up 17-4 to about 5 minutes left in the half. Obviously, looking for here, let's just get some points if you're Bryant and see what you can do in that second half. But another tight CAA game for Bryant this year. It seems like they've been in a lot of these.
One of those things that you would feel have a little more confidence if Bryant didn't go 3 and out so many times in the first half. Obviously, we've got another series coming up here. But if you're Bryant, you want a productive series, but also you don't want to leave too much time so you don't get a chance to score. You don't want to leave too much time left for Monmouth.
Yeah, time of possession today, Bryant again. For them, and they have had just a couple of 1-minute drives. This one booted deep for Kelijah Williams. Right about the goal line. Open space. Penalty marker flying from the back end as he got across the 30.
I didn't see the penalty, did you?
I did not. I have to think, obviously, it might be against Bryant on the return there in the back end that might have sprung that hole for Williams additionally. Now, each team with just 2 penalties today. Had a couple offsetting ones, but the 2 false starts for Monmouth came on the same drive. And then 2 penalties for 15 yards by Bryant, but a third one coming here. Officials talk it over. For the back end.
Early return with a flagrant personal foul by number 0, Bryant. By rule, he is ejected for the remainder of the game. At the distance from the end of the run, first down, Bryant.
Wow, so a flagrant personal foul called on Diedrich Walker there.
Well, sorry I missed it.
And he's ejected from the game.
I don't know if we have that on replay or.
So they're going to be half the distance of the goal from the spot of the foul. So they're going to be inside right about the 12-yard line here, they will start.
That's rough.
So 4.5 to go. And you're right, it's kind of an in-between time. Can Bryant chew up this entire clock, get some points? But they have gone out 3 and out a number of times today. And on the ground, they go to Elliott, who's been the main man. Only gets about a yard or two.
Yeah, nice stick. Defensive lineman does a nice job slipping his block.
They've made it tough for him today. 6 carries for about 22 yards today. Half that really hasn't featured too many passing yards. Bryant just 3 first down today. Average about 2.5 yards per carry is Elliott. Boy, fighting for every inch. Gets across the 15.
Hard yards, right? He's getting popped.
That is tough yards there. Bryant's offense under 100 total yards today, just 60 yards. 35 through the air and 25 now on the ground.
Not going to win too many games doing that.
Kiefner flips it out, and a big conversion there.
Might want to pick it up here.
Zahim Kalik with the conversion, under 3 to go.
It just does a nice job finding a hole in the zone and sitting, just like the Monmouth receiver did earlier.
Kalik had just 1 catch last week against Rhode Island. Had the explosive game against UMass. He had a 72-yard touchdown against the Minutemen. They put Kalik in motion. See if Monmouth showing some pressure. Kiefner. Quarterback run. Slayer is just back to the line of scrimmage to avoid a loss.
Should take us to the 2-minute.
That's pretty much what it's going to do here. 2-minute timeout. Upcoming as Bryant walking back towards the sidelines. Trailing a touchdown, looking for some points on their final drive here in this first half.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby. At Geek Prod. Roll Hawks, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heart.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
Large crowd on hand as we enter the final 2 minutes of this first half in Smithfield, Rhode Island from Burns Stadium alongside Tim Lynch, Thomas Inzero, the rest of our fantastic crew here on Flow College Sports. CAA football start to wind down to this final month of the season. There's one more home game after this for Bryant as they wrap up their season on November 22nd at Stony Brook. Kiefner to throw, far side of the field, and a good open field tackle.
Maybe roughing the passer at the end. I didn't see it.
An extra 15 yards. They only got a few there on that. The ball might have traveled further than the amount of yards that they got on that play, but they'll get the 15 possibly, as you said.
Personal foul on the passer, number 27. Defense. 15-yard penalty.
It is roughing the passer. You called it, Tim.
I don't like the call, but the way they call that now, it's just kind of like, ugh.
I see a lot more in this era of football, just whether it's college or the NFL. But gives Bryant a free 15. I think they'll wind the clock here, too.
Shouldn't after a penalty, but.
Yeah, minute 51. So Kiefner, looking to pass. Oh, a one-handed snag. Did he hold on? He did. Wow, he found Keenan, the tight end, who caught the touchdown earlier in this half. A one-handed grab off the turf.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice catch. Especially for somebody so long. I mean, he's not short. He had to reach down pretty far to get that.
Yeah, I don't think he knows if he caught it or not. Bryant pushing with some tempo. Kiefner keeps it. Some open room and will sneak out of bounds just inside the 40. So they pick up a few there on the keeper. He's second down from the Monmouth 39. Some substitutions upcoming. You see Lamont Lester Jr. check in. Bryce Rooks out, so bringing maybe some of those pass rushers, which Coach Callan said that can they get those pass rushers in a nice third down opportunity in long. Bringing some pressure there. Elliott, the running back, sneaks to about the 30. He's right at the marker, and they're going to move it.
Yeah, nice drive. Help with the roughing the passer, but
Mama takes a timeout here, and sometimes too, that's why when offenses are struggling, going into that hurry-up offense, playing with some tempo,
changes things up,
helping Bryant a little bit here at the end of this half. And obviously, looks like they might possibly get some points on this drive, but regardless, whatever happens, at least some momentum on offense. Kona just felt so stuck throughout times in this first half where they just had a ton of 3-and-outs.
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, look at the halftime stats when they come around, but you just look at it and be like, you know, how many times have they punted? How many times have we punted? And, you know, Monmouth obviously with the 2 picks helping Bryant out, but it's just one of those things where you got to get a momentum going. And, you know, sometimes if you go fast, and that'll make it happen, but you know, you still like to see him be able to just say, hey, we're going to run the ball and be able to do that. Kind of like what Monmouth does. Hey, we're going to run it. It doesn't matter if you know it or not.
Saw the head-to-head stats meeting last year. Lone win came here in Smithfield back in the NEC days. Kiefner airing it out, downfield. Oh, just through the arms of Doe. Trying to throw that touch rainbow pass. Put it in the right spot, though, towards the pylon. Yeah, tough ball to throw, too, into this wind.
Yeah. Tough to look back and catch it.
Tough all around, but would have been a highlight reel catch for Doe. And 2nd and 10 here. Kiefner gives it to Elliott, sneaks for about 3 yards.
Monmouth with timeout.
Second choice timeout of the half.
Monmouth hoping they can get the ball back here. I think if able to stop them. Depends really what Bryant does here. If Bryant obviously gets towards this marker, a chance to maybe go for it on 4th down or settle for 3, and that's how close Doe was to making that catch. Needed an inch or 2 there on his hands. He would have had it.
Longer fingers.
But really, again, starting to see some offense for Bryant. They had just 3 first downs the entire half leading up to this drive. They got 4 alone on this drive. But still, Elliott leads the way on the ground with 27 yards. Kiefner 8 of 15, 66 yards and a touchdown. which he threw to Kobe Keenan, which had tied things up with Monmouth, who won this game last year, 55-17. Kiefner, pressure coming from the outside, throwing downfield for Elliott, who runs out of space. Good coverage by Sasso.
They wouldn't mind seeing him try to put a little bit more on that ball, more of a line drive. I mean, they bring pressure. It's cover 0. You got one of your best athletes going against the linebacker. Might see him try to stress him a little bit more.
So what Bryant wants to do here. 4th and 8 from the 30, and the offense is staying out here. It'll be a really long field goal for Stojanovic, just a freshman. Kiefner, pressure in front of him, going for the end zone, overcooked it. Looking for Kolek, he had him.
Yeah, nice call. He's open. Like to see him set his feet a little bit more. Right tackle gets beat, probably a little quicker than the quarterback was expecting. You'll see it here. Gets beat right there. Really doesn't get a chance to set his feet.
Yeah, I think an extra half second or so. That's 6 points for Bryant. It's still a good look all around. And now for Monmouth's side, looking on their side of things, 1:07 to go. Starting at your own 30-yard line. And now you're going to kind of lean on possibly just the arm of your quarterback and Frankie Weather. Again, Derek Robinson, week to week, who's the nation's leader in FCS in passing yards, touchdowns. He was injured 2 weeks ago. We saw Weaver make his first start against Hampton, threw for 122 yards. Made his debut against Stony Brook the previous week. On the ground, Nelson. Boy, picks up about 9 or 10 there. Gets right towards that first down line. And Weaver wanted the football, and false start. So after the successful run on first down, they're going to lose 5 yards. It's on David Dutra, the left tackle.
Yep.
And they'll take the timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. So no more timeouts left for Monmouth. Got to get out of bounds or pounce on the ball quick here.
I think they try to, I mean, they got the lead. They feel confident with where their defense is played. I mean, if I'm Monmouth, I do. And, you know, let's just take the lead. Let's get to halftime, make whatever adjustments we have to make. They're a pretty good second-half team.
Especially, Monmouth started with a football. So Bryant will receive here. That's why Bryant was really looking for that double dip. If they could have scored on that possession, starting the second half with a football, Monmouth wants maybe just a little bit more. But I think for Bryant, like looking on this first half is under a minute. You know, for them, they have kept this offense after a hot start. They've really slowed down this offense for Monmouth. Again, who's first in the country in scoring offense. They average 43 points per game. Right now, 14 and 2 picks as well, including one in the red zone. And off to Nelson. Gets carried across the first down line. I mean, he's nearly 200 yards in this first half, but he has been pretty much the entire offense. Weaver 77 yards through the air. As a team, they got 203 on the ground. Weaver across the middle has his man. Another first down. They get out of timeouts. They got to go. Finds Josh Derry, who's pretty much been the only man he's targeted today.
Yep.
Spate's been the other. Weaver looking downfield, wide open man. And it is Spate for a touchdown. Correction, that's Trey Neal.
Yeah, blown coverage. You see the two defensive players looking at each other and saying, I thought you had him, and I thought you had him. And somebody's got to get deep.
Miscommunication, and Neal just walks in for 6. And a dagger for this Bryant defense right before half.
And you talked about earlier, those little plays add up. Well, you can't blow coverages in a tight game. Obviously, going right into halftime.
I think they had one on a 3rd down play earlier in this first half, and then that one, which is a huge one. 41-yard bomb from Weaver that delivers. Because, Monmouth had made a couple of mistakes, those 2 picks, really. And Weaver looked like Monmouth that first drive was going to go right in for a touchdown. And then the INT that Lindo able to jump the passing round, and then Imparu nearly right after would have carried it in for a pick 6 if it wasn't for a penalty. Now the good news is that Bryant obviously gets possession to start in the second half.
But the thing is, if you're the underdog, you have to play perfect. You can't have blown coverages. You can't just make mistakes like that and expect to have a chance to win in the fourth quarter.
Line drive kick here on a squib. A big hit right at the 35-yard line.
Nice stick.
Oh, Tim Lynch, your assistant coach back in the day, you'd be loving down on the sideline right now.
Yeah, I would.
16 seconds to go. Oh, Bryant, still a couple timeouts here. You think you just get a little bit over midfield, give yourself a chance, don't have to go too far, but obviously lose a couple of seconds there on the squib. Kiefner to pass, stepping up, throwing downfield, the wind fighting it, and it's reeled in inside the 20. Timeout call by Chris Merritt. He's racing down.
Wow, nice to see that. So much for Bryant just running and getting to halftime.
That's Colick on the receiving end.
And Monmouth just in the zone. Nice job going to get it. Safety's in perfect position. He just doesn't make the play.
No, 7 seconds, too. You got probably one crack at the end zone here.
Yeah.
Then at worst case, but it's a tough kicking day with a freshman kicker going straight into the wind from this distance. I mean, it is, in golf, that's about a 2-club wind, I'd say. But some life here for Bryant right before the end of this half. Again, looking to double dip in the point column. Elliott, the running back, to the right of Kiefner. 4 receivers set. Tight end 83, Keenan Ernie, a touchdown today. To pass, looking for the end zone. Bryant fans wanting a penalty there, but no flag. And with 3 seconds, now let's see what Chris Merritt wants to do. Aldrich Stowe, the intended target. I think Bryant might take a timeout to think this one over about what do they want to do here.
Yeah, tough route. He goes out of bounds, so if he does catch it, it's not going to matter.
That'll be a little touching.
Yeah, he's got to run that route and stay in. I mean, whether he cuts his split down to give himself more room. But yeah, they had one-on-one coverage what they wanted. But you got to stay in bounds, give yourself a chance, give the quarterback a chance to get it to you. Somebody didn't like my opinion.
So 45-yard strike to Collick sets up this opportunity on Monmouth's 20-yard line. 3 seconds to go. Kiefner and the offense staying out here. They want 6. 3 receivers set. Kiefner rolls out, throws into the turf as the pressure got to him. And that was Lamont Lester Jr. who brought the heat. Brings an end to this first half for Bryant. Just had nowhere to go with it. So the officials ruled at the end of this first half, and 10th ranked Monmouth. Late touchdown, late pushes a lead of 14. Stats, highlights, and more coming up at the half.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
You know.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby.
At Geek Prod.
Roll Hawks, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heartbeat.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Back at Burns Stadium in Smithfield, Rhode Island, as 10th ranked Monmouth carries a 2-touchdown lead into the break alongside former Bryant assistant coach Tim Lynch. Thomas Zarella. Oh, that first half, Monmouth pretty much led for the entirety of it, in which their offense kind of expecting going to this one a lot of rushing yards. And Rodney Nelson, we knew, the nation's FCS rushing leader. Well, he had a big first half, 182 yards as a team, 212 for Monmouth. You see just the yards per play. It's doubled from what Bryant was able to run, but we saw some signs late in that first half for that Bryant offense.
Yeah, no, like when you brought it up, when they started going hurry up, they be able to get more things done. When you look at Monmouth and what they're doing offensively, is without many rushing yards, obviously, even you take away the 69-yard run for the touchdown, they're still running the ball pretty well. But obviously that's included in the stats. But you know, the 15 first downs, obviously that adds up. The turnovers is really what's kind of handicapped Monmouth. So Bryant's defense has been opportunistic, but obviously the blown coverage right before halftime hurts. It's just one of those things where you can't have that. Any chance for Bryant to come back and win, they're going to have to run the ball reasonably well, which they haven't been able to do yet. So it's just one of those things. whatever rhythm they can find a way to get into. If they have to go hurry up the rest of the game, then do that. But they got to be more consistent. They haven't had enough consistency at all.
I know that Monmouth interception led to a touchdown. One was in the red zone, so it could be larger than a 14-point lead than what Monmouth has right now. We return. More to come at the half. You're watching CAA football on Flow Sports.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
You know.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby.
At Geek Prod.
Roll Hawks, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Good try.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heartbeat.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Let's talk about SAC.
SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Back at the half in Smithfield, Monmouth looking to win their 6th game in a row as they lead Bryant on the road here, 21-7 in their first visit since 2013. Alongside Tim Lynch, Thomason, Zarella, rest of our entire crew. As take a look at some highlights from that first half of action. Remember, Monmouth, that first drive looks like they're going to go right down the field and score. Liam Lindo had the interception, and the star-studded running back, Rodney Nelson, said, see you later. 69 yards to the house. He finished with 182 yards in the first half on the ground. Another pick, Olatunde Imparu would have had a pick 6. If not, oh, no, we didn't see it there on the legal block call there. And then Kiefner later in that drive, the first play of the second quarter, finds Kobe Keenan. And then Nelson, 6 more there to make it 14-7. And then right before the half, hurry-up offense, miscommunication, and Trey Neal just waltzes in for a touchdown to make it 21-7 Monmouth. And that is where we currently sit right now, with Monmouth again looking to win their 6th in a row. The good news is Bryant will start the second half with possession of the football. So we'll see what it will bring for Jaden Kiefner, Elijah Elliott, and the rest of this Bryant offense. When we come back, more to come next here at the half.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
You know.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby.
At Geek Prod.
Roll Hawks, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs!
One team, one heart.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Back on Flow Sports, 21-7 Monmouth over Bryant at the break as Monmouth has led for the entirety of this contest so far. Alongside Tim Lynch, Thomas Cinzarella, the rest of our crew. As we take a look at some scores from around the CAA. Boy, Towson just putting it on North Carolina A&T today. We'll see Albany play William & Mary. That's going to get going in about an hour in Maine and Stony Brook. Team, obviously, Maine that played here in Smithfield earlier in the year, and big win for Maine, and they're currently a touchdown lead on Stony Brook currently right now. As, again, entering this final month in CAA play, it's kind of a quiet week. Just those couple games going on. There's a look at the standings. 3 teams in the top 25, all right around the top 10 as well. Monmouth looking to go 5-0. Again, off to one of their longest win streaks in over 5+ years. And obviously Bryant looking for that coveted first win in CAA play. I mean, think they've played a couple close games against Towson and Campbell, who right there with them. Obviously didn't go the way they had against Maine, and obviously there's going to be a second page of teams afterwards as well. CAA, a 14-team league. So, you know, Bryant just looking to win today and possibly build off of that. But, again, just a handful of games left here in the calendar for the Bulldogs, who on their schedule after today at UAlbany, home against New Hampshire, then at Stony Brook to close out the 2025 season. Here in game number 9 for Bryant, as they currently trail Monmouth 21-7. More upcoming at the half here on Flow Sports.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby. At Geek Prod, roll ups, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs!
One team, one heart.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration at the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Winding down on the final couple of minutes before the start of the second half on Family and Friends Weekend here in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Monmouth, though, carrying a 2-touchdown lead currently at the break over Bryant, as Bulldogs right now have dropped 5 in a row after winning 2 of their first 3 games at UMass and then picking up a home win against Bentley. Have played a couple of really close games since then. 2-point loss at Campbell, 2-point loss at Towson for the last 3 weeks, just not going their way. And looking for some magic here as Bryant ready to come back out on the field, headlined by Chris Merritt. On Monmouth's side, now they have won 5 in a row, looking to make it 6 today. They have just 3 games left on their schedule. UNH at North Carolina A&T, and then home against UAlbany. As they have played a lot of tight ball games this year. Their lone lost at FBS Charlotte by just a touchdown. A 3-point win against Colgate. Closest result for them, but Bryant will start this second half with possession at about 3.5 minutes to go before we get rolling here. But before we do, we'll step back aside one more time. You're watching CAA football on Flow Sports. Bryant looking to snap their 5-game losing skid. Monmouth looking to make it 6 wins in a row. It's all going to come down to the final 2 quarters of this one as Bryant trailing 2 touchdowns currently right now against number 10 Monmouth. And alongside former Bryant assistant coach Tim Lynch, Thomason, Zarella, rest of our fantastic staff here on Flow Sports in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Leaves are starting to fall. As we hit November, the wind has ratcheted up here across this windy Saturday afternoon on family weekend. Bryant will start possession in this second half. We saw them that last drive, probably their best drive that they had. Picked up a couple of first downs, really the last 2 drives, because that last one that we saw, the long bomb pass from Kiefner to Collick for 45 yards, and they got 5 first downs combined in those really last 4 minutes after they had just 3 first really 2 quarters. Booming kick downwind here as Bryant will work into the wind again in this third quarter. Elijah Williams fields in and gets racked up at the 20. Couple of big hits from this Monmouth special teams unit. Fires up Tim Lynch.
Yeah, especially after a long halftime. I don't know why halftime has to be 20 minutes. I think 15 would work, but be interested to see what Bryant tries to do. Obviously, a little momentum. I don't think they're going to go hurry up. I think they're just going to try to ground it out. Be interested to see what adjustments Monmouth makes defensively. I don't think they really need to make any, to be honest with you. I think they just need to get after it.
Yeah, they're really flying around in that first half. Elijah Elliott held just 27 rushing yards. Kiefer, 111 passing yards. He only had 7 total rushing yards, a dual threat quarterback. Great option, hands it off. Elliott, really, that might be up there with one of his longest runs today. Previously was 7.
Yeah, nice patience getting through the hole. You see him as he sits back and waits, develops just a little bit, able to get yards, but you're right, that is, I think, his longest run of the day.
That's 7 yards, so that ties for his longest, but yeah, we talked about it a few times in that first half. He had a couple of really tough runs, especially on this end of the field. Remember one where he bounced off about 3 different sets of Monmouth tacklers. They go to him again. Elliott up the gut. This time, not much doing.
Yeah, linebacker's unblocked. Just squeezes down and makes the tackle. Maybe might have picked up a yard, but maybe 2. But he's should be able to convert third down here. They weren't great in the first half.
Mm-hmm. So 3rd and about a yard here. Ryan just 2 for 7 on third downs in that first half. They had a 5 3-and-outs. Trying to avoid one here. Kiefner running to the outside, angling towards the first down line. Depends on the spot. They're going to give it to him initially.
Yep. No.
Jaden Jones.
Safety came from a long way away to make that tackle.
Jaden Jones flew around and nearly able to halt him there, but ultimately not enough. And so tougher and first down for Kiefner. Luckily, they only needed a yard. Kiefner hands it off. Big back, Grant Robinson was catapulted forward.
Boy, he's getting a little chippy.
Yeah. Well, just saw the offensive lineman a blocker to the secondary there.
But positive yards on first down, obviously picking up 5. That's where Bryant's offense feels comfortable.
That's something they didn't do too much of in that first half. Robinson again. Grad transfer from Furman slips behind the line. Might have gotten just back to it. It sets up a 3rd down and medium. And again, Monmouth with some of the pass rushers, neither team with a sack today. But again, you've got 2 of the best in Josiah Graham and Lamont Lester Jr. We've seen Lester put his imprint on this game. Kiefner rolls out, pressure in his face, gets it away, juggled, and dropped ultimately.
Yeah, ball got there. He just got to make that catch. They blitz. They bring pressure. Man-to-man coverage on the back end. Like to see him set his feet before he throws it. You watch him here. He's a little bit uncomfortable. The pressure's there. You like to see him just try to. It's tough, but he delivers the ball where it needs to be. The receiver's got to come down with it.
So punt coming for Caroline, still going into the win here. It's a spinning punt, trying to get some roll here. And it'll halt at the 30-yard line, where we'll see Frankie Weaver in this offense, which right now, which could be the decisive touchdown of the game, came the last time really that they held the football. Trey Neal, a bomb received from Frankie Weaver right before the end of the half there, which made it a 2-touchdown game. And it was a tight game for the 98% of that first half until that touchdown. Really the big story, Roddy Nelson, 182 yards on the ground in the first half. He'll get the carry to start. And he gets rocked right at the line. No room that time. Ed Perkins stepping up from the linebacker position.
He's able to scrape over the top.
Now Perkins, 9 total tackles. That might have been his 10th there. He got in on. Making his imprint on this game again. Gets it out quick to the outside. Tackle made by Dorian Helm, the UMass transfer, and a 3rd down looming. So they get it to Spate. Really, there's only been 3 receivers used today. Neal with the touchdown. Darian Spate, the 2 guys that have been active. Weaver looks to the outside, and Lowe gets it to his man Spate, but he's short of the sticks.
Coach, you can tell he's sitting there looking, should we go for it?
Yeah, Spate had a little bit of room, but he got pulled to the outside towards the out-of-bounds line.
And they're going big. They brought the 2 big tight ends in.
Now 4th and 2 from their side of the field. You wonder, too, if they just try to draw Bryant offside. See if they go for it. Calling Spade in motion. Hand it off to Nelson. Right near the line. And it looks like he might have got it. Let's see where the spot is.
Who's going to spot it? This guy or the far side? Oh.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. Hand it off to Nelson.
That was tight.
It was. Game of inches there that time. Didn't need to bring the measuring sticks out. Oh, there's a loss. All over that one. Lonnie Rice got in on it.
But we talk about like that play right there. The receiver does a nice job getting at least back to the line of scrimmage earlier in the game. We talked about when Bryant ran the same play.
Yeah.
They lose 2 yards. It doesn't sound like, oh, it's 2 yards. It makes a difference in the end. 2nd 10 is a whole lot better than 2nd and 12. They'll still feel comfortable running the ball here. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm saying they're still comfortable with it.
Pretty much ran the ball most of this game. 14 pass attempts for Weaver today. But he's been accurate, 10 of 14, really just trying to game manage this thing. Weaver, pressure coming, and he's taken down.
Yeah,
Bryant pressure gets home for the first time.
Nice 2nd level pressure, right? They bring the blitz off the side. You can see him coming through. Just overpowers the running back. And then have a team meeting back with the quarterback with everybody else.
And that was a defensive line meeting actually back there. 3 different Bulldogs getting in on it. Hollis Durstein, one of those as he comes back to the sideline, the senior from Acton, Mass. So 3rd and very long here. Flip out screen, they get it to their playmaker, Nelson, dances across the field. Uh-oh, here he goes again. Nelson wrestled down at the 15. Nearly another long touchdown for Nelson.
Nice time with the play call. The screen gets 2 big offensive linemen out in front of him. He knows what to do. Bryant's excited. They try to get to the quarterback as quick as they can. They miss the blitz. They miss the signs of getting past the quarterback too easily.
And just a couple of explosive plays today, which Chris Merritt's talked about. They're trying to minimize plays like that. 3rd and 17 turns into a big gain. Nelson on the ground, picks up about 2 as they enter the red zone again today. Or actually, that was Jennings on the carry. They wanted Nelson a breather there after the long pitch and catch.
He's been carrying them all day.
He has been. I mean, again, one of the best in the FCS. He's the leader right now in rushing yards. Had over 100 yards against Bryant last year. He's doubled that this year. Well, Wildcats said here, they give it to Jennings as they move Weaver to the outside.
They just one back power. They put in their backside guard.
Seeing Jennings get in here for a couple of carries. So another 3rd down. They have been money today. The outside, going for the angle. And Jennings able to get the 1st down. So they've gone quick and they've converted a lot of those 3rd and mediums today. Want to go quick again is Weaver. Jennings, the tailback, gives it to him. And he'll pick up a few.
Yeah, they pull the backside, they pull the tight end around. Nice job getting up in there and getting on the linebacker. This is a must stand here for Bryant.
And Bryant, you started this half with possession. Well, now it's given back to Monmouth. They're looking and knocking on the doorstep once again. Missed one receiver. They send Weaver in motion. Nelson, the tailback, in. Now Chris Moreno, another full start penalty against him today. That's his 2nd.
A little too excited. Offensive linemen like running the ball, so I mean that's one of those things where
they were waiting for Ronnie Nelson to get his 3rd rushing touchdown today. Well, he had 4 last week against Hampton, a career high 233 yards. About 50 yards shy of getting there. As they send Neal in motion. Touchdown for him today. Give it to Nelson. Trying to find a hole, just nothing there. And it will be 3rd and goal upcoming. As you said, Tim, this feels like a must stop here. And knowing for Monmouth, they're probably going to go 4 down here.
I would be shocked if they didn't. But you think about it, because obviously this quarter's going down pretty quick. Just under 5 minutes left to go, and they Bryant's offense hasn't been lighting it up, so it's one of those things. You can't get down anymore.
Weaver, pass it to the outside, has his man. Gavin Nelson goes for the pylon.
Little pick play.
And a touchdown for Monmouth.
Outside receiver does a nice job coming in and borderline call on that, but does a nice job coming in rubbing. You'll see it here. Oh, you won't see it on this angle. But 7 did a nice job coming down and and hitting the guy that was covering. Bryant's playing the man-to-man coverage.
So Nelson, first time he touches the football today, ends up with a reservation for 6. And Monmouth on the second passing touchdown today by Weaver. Tack on another TD. Make it 28-7. And so Bryant will get the football back, looking to put up some points as we wind down in this third quarter.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby. At Geek Prod, roll ups, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs!
One team, one heart.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration at the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
Now Tupper's trying to carry on the Bulldogs here as we heading towards the end of this third quarter with 4:17 to go. 28-7, Monmouth on top as they tack on another touchdown. This time aerially through Gavin Nelson. Touchdown for him today, touchdown for Trey Neal today. 2 touchdowns for Rodney Nelson. And so Jaden Kiefner just getting their second series of this half. And again, not much time really to work with here. Kalijah Williams, return man, little stutter step. And he's popped inside the 20, about the 19-yard line.
It's kind of how you draw it up if you're Monmouth coming into this, or last Sunday when they started watching film on Bryant.
They had a close game against Hampton that a couple big plays they made late ended up winning them that game. It was 28-10 final score, but it was close throughout the contest, and they have been really the road warriors so far. A lot of road games this year, I think. At Colgate, at Fordham, at Charlotte, at Towson, at Hampton, now at Bryant. This is their 6th game on the road so far. And to give here on the ground for a couple yards. Now, a team that has played very well on the road this year, too.
It's going to be weird if they get a home playoff game. They're not going to know what to do.
They're used to, taking the bus, flying, whatever.
That's one of those, you play that many games on the road.
Well, especially when you play the FCS, obviously, and you think of Elijah Elliott's old school, Montana State's been, obviously South Dakota State. Those schools, you got to fly out there. So no bus trips. Kiefner in the shotgun set. Looks to pass. Has a step on his man, and it's dropped. Well, fighting the wind, too. The ball just kind of trapped down there for Colick, and it allowed Izzy Clark-White to kind of recover on it. But off the beat, Colick had a step on his man.
They definitely had him. He had him beat early, and the ball hangs up. Gives the corner time to catch back up and make a play, but that's one of those ones. If you're a coach or you're on the offensive staff, you're like, oh, we got him, and then you got 3rd and long.
There's that win that we've talked about today, playing a factor. Kiefner rolls out to his left. Voids one man, throws on the run, finds the big tight end. It's Keenan again. He's been active today. That's his 4th catch. Had his first career touchdown last week, has a touchdown this week, and again, 4 catches to go along with it.
It's a big body. It's nice to, for the quarterback to be able to keep the play alive with his feet and then drift and find the tight end. I thought he was going to throw it to one of the receivers a little bit deeper.
I thought it was going to the deeper one, and all of a sudden Keenan came down with it. They were kind of both in the same vicinity, one just about 5 yards back. Kiefner also throwing across his body there. Hands it off to Elliott. Just looking for any type of running lane, but just nothing there. Defensive line doing well, shifting upfield. Clog up those lanes.
Yeah, great pursuit, right? If like, say you have a tight version of this and you count how many guys are in that tight view, it's going to be most of the defense. The only person that wasn't there on that was this corner and the safety. Everybody else is in the picture, and that's great defense when you get that many guys running to the football.
Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. 2nd down. 3 receivers set. Kiefner steps up, pressure, throws on the run, and just behind his man had Todd Phillips. And 3rd down.
Come down with that one.
Yeah. Just a couple of miscues today, and we've talked about it on both ends of the field. Here's a look at it again.
You got to get both hands up. And obviously, the ball's a little bit behind him, but you got to make that adjustment.
Instead, it would potentially a 1st down play. Now 3rd and long.
Looks like they're blitzing.
That allows his pass rush to try to get to Kiefner. 4-man rush. Kiefner over the middle, and it's pinballed out. Doe, the intended target. This Monmouth defense said last week, Coach Callahan said they had one of their finest saves on that side of the ball this year. He might be saying that again next week in the press conference. Because, boy, they have been playing well today.
Yeah, they back out. They end up playing zone. But nice read. I mean, the ball hangs up a little bit. But it's a nice job breaking on the ball.
I think a zip pass gets there in time. Carroll-Glen's punt takes a Bryant bounce. This one's going to get inside the 20.
You see, that was a nice kick in that he wasn't trying to boom it and get it up high in the air on a nice line drive and hoped it would bounce and roll.
Got the bounce, and Frankie Weaver in this offense on the other side.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby. At Geek Prod. Roll ups, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heartbeat.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
Monmouth going for their 6th win in a row. Their best stretch since 2019. Looking to pick up their 8th win in this head-to-head series in 10 tries. As Frankie Weaver in this offense had a 2-touchdown lead at the break. It's at 3 right now. Roddy Nelson moves to his right. High snap, ball's out. But it was in front on a touch pass, so that will be blown dead.
A little surprised by that. I think they would just give it to the running back and get downhill. And how many yards do they have rushing so far?
216. You think, too, you don't want to, I think, too dangerous and tricky.
Yeah. That play was just off from the beginning.
Yeah. Now the touch pass there, looking to find Derry, who's been explosive today. 4 catches and 78 yards receiving. Derry also a carry for 15. Derry in motion. And they hand it this time swiftly to Nelson, who gets bottlenecked right at the line of scrimmage and gets pushed back. It's actually going to be Elijah Jennings again. He's 9s and 0s playing tricks in my eyes.
Wouldn't mind if they had white numbers. It'd be a little easier to see, I think.
But third down's been good for them today.
Yeah, it has. Another third long. I mean, it's what you want to be in defensively. You just got to convert, make a play.
Saw the 1 sack early in this half. Weaver back to pass. Push down. 2nd sack of the quarter for Bryant.
Big play, obviously field position now. Will come in. Nice job getting pressured.
And really, that was the push that pushed the lineman right into Weaver.
Yeah, as the left tackle just gets pushed, basically just walked right back into. You'll see it, yeah. It's up underneath him.
So punt from their own end zone. And luckily going down one again is Shable. Boots it deep. It's bobbled and dropped. And Bryant luckily recovers it.
I don't know how they got it back. Nice job paying attention.
Boy, scary moment there, but Bryant will start possession with it in the 4th quarter. They trail 28-7 when we return.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
As one.
Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby. At Geek Prod. Roll Hawks, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heart.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Fourth quarter. Jaden Kiefner and the Bryant offense will start possession with it after a key third down stack. Get the football back, but trailing by 3 touchdowns. They've had a couple of fourth quarter comebacks this year, including their first ever FBS win against UMass. They have another one here, and a quick out pass is quickly blown up as Tristan Riley was able to receive it, but dropped for a loss behind the line.
That's tough. They tried to throw the quick screen. They ran it earlier in the game. Come back with the same play. They have 4 receivers to one side. Just a nice job up front. They got a block better, obviously.
That was blown up by Justin Bennett, redshirt senior from Gainesville, Virginia.
Might be one of those ones you line up and you pump it and then try to throw the fade on the outside. But
Kiefner looking downfield. This time, it's some positive yardage. Hits Tristan Riley again.
Yeah, nice job. Be able to set his feet. You see it here. You'll see him get the nice feet set, throws in rhythm.
Definitely seen the arm strength today from Jaden Kiefner. I was able to throw into the wind for the last 2 quarters. On the ground, Grant Robertson, and just nowhere to run. There's Jaden Jones again, who comes up from the safety position.
Yeah, very active.
To help assist. We've called his number a few times today. I've really seen this defense, which struggled kind of at the onset of the start of the season, and just Coach Callahan talking about how it's gotten better and better week by week. Kiefner looking downfield again, has his man, and a first down. It's Aldrich Doe.
Nice protection on the outside. Running back does a nice job coming back out. You'll see, picks up somebody with the lineman that comes up open. Nice job throwing to the out.
So Doe with his first catch today. He's been targeted a few times, has haven't been able to connect with Doe. This would be nice for Bryant if you can score within the next, couple minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes or so. Give yourself a chance in this one. Kiefner high snap. Oof, there's nowhere to run for Elliott. He's dropped for a couple. And it's been a tough running day for him. Under 40 yards rushing on the ground for Elijah Elliott, yeah.
Nowhere to go. He just, I won't say they didn't block anybody, but they missed a couple.
That was Hunter Watson.
He's got that frame, doesn't he? Long and lean.
Redshirt freshman defensive end. Another New Jersey native. Obviously, you could imagine a lot of Garden State players on this roster for Monmouth. Kiefner, pass it again. Throws cross field and has his intended receiver. It's Zaheem Kolick.
And Monmouth's not afraid to blitz and go cover 0. They did that, do it again. One-on-one on the outside.
Really making Kiefner make the right decisions and quick timing here, and he's kind of rose to the occasion in his last couple of plays on this series. And they're marching down the field here just outside the red zone. Over 150 yards now through the air for Kiefner. Hasn't really done it much on the ground today. As they hand it off to Elliott. Oh, there is Hunter Watson again, who drags him backwards on a 3rd and short. Now 4th down, and
it's tough. I mean, you got a better point of the attack blocking. Bryant goes big.
Bringing in some big bodies. Monmouth looking to make some subs here, and almost a hockey line sub. They're bringing 5 guys on and off. Some miscommunication, and Monmouth might have gotten a timeout off in time. Oh, there was all sorts of miscommunication. At the point there, the two receivers were not guarded for a second by Monmouth, and then a lot of just shouting, and finally Kevin Callan says, let me call a timeout. We need this one. So big fourth down play that Bryant really needs here to try to keep things alive in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what the Catlion's upset about. I mean, if Bryant substituted, they had time to substitute, and they don't. Really, no,
it's Bryant.
I don't know why he's upset.
Yeah, they had their time.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are MVU.
As one.
Good timeout.
Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby.
At Geek Prod.
They have.
Roll up, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
We want to be in the right defense.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heartbeat.
Let's talk about SAC.
SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration at the CAA conference and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and
So
interests
Kiefner
of our
keep
group.
fourth
CAA
down
SAC
and
provides
one.
An opportunity to enhance
Shotgun.
our leadership ability.
Has it, throws it, has Robinson who gets out of bounds. And enough to move the chains on a 4th and 1 situation.
You got to like the run-pass option. Defensively, you're stuck. Do I go hit the guy with the ball, or do I cover my guy? Unfortunately for Bryant, he wasn't able to stay in bounds. He had a chance to run for a while.
They really put the defender in a predicament there. Either way, forced to make the pass, puts it on the money, and Robinson gets across, and again, right inside the red zone, right at the 20-yard line. And again, you try to score quick here. Under 10 minutes almost to go. Kiefner pass on the slant off the hand. Another tight coverage, though. It's not given any inch there on Zaheem Kalik.
Might have got a little bit of a hold on that.
It's always on those slant plays, the defender. A lot of times you see the arm draped on the backside. It's 2nd and 10 here. Well, Bryant, this season in the red zone, 24 attempts, 21 scores, 16 touchdowns coming into today. Robinson, the lone running back. Kiefner floats it up, looking for his man. Oh, just couldn't come down with it. Aldridge Doe had it, and then he didn't.
That's one of those things. You want to win a game like this, you have to come down with those catches.
Yeah, those 50-50 balls in the air, threw it right towards the pylon. And it was just dislodged by Izzy Clark-White.
I'd like to see him high point that, right? Go up and get it instead of waiting for it to come down.
And allowed Clark-White to get a hand in there and jar it out. Oh, 3rd and 10 from the 20 again. Kiefner looking for the same spot. Different man. Oh, had him again. Todd Phillips was right there.
Got to make a play. Obviously, great ball. Really well thrown. I mean,
working on Clark-White again.
Good coverage. I mean, I don't mind the back and forth on that. That's
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that defensive. That's really good. He's right in a great spot. I'd like to see the receiver come down with that.
Again, we haven't seen too many penalties today. I mean, just 8 combined flags thrown. Most of them have been full starts. Kiefner, pressure. Throws it to the outside, but wasn't nearly good enough, even if he completed it. And Monmouth turns Bryant over on downs on 4th and 10 there. So drive that progressed very well, unfortunately ends right there at the edge of the red zone.
Two drop touchdowns.
Now Monmouth, you'd think here, obviously with 9:49 to go, a 21-point lead. They've put the ball on the ground for most of today. This could be a really drive that, starting in their own at their own 20, can really kill the clock here. They could easily chew up 5-6 minutes. As Weaver hands it off on the ground. Rodney Nelson, 186 yards today. Continue to feed him.
He'll be able to sleep on the way home.
Again, he's still shy of his career high 233 last week against Hampton. Had the long 69-yard rushing touchdown. So really, outside of that, Bryant's done a much better job as this game has gone on in controlling him. I mean, he still have rushed for over 100 yards, but he's got 29 carries today. Here's number 30, and Nelson gets ripped from behind, basically right at the line of scrimmage.
And you gotta like this Bryant's defense, still playing hard. Just setting a third and long, but
Dorian Helm on the nice tackle there. So third down. Clock continuing to wind though.
I want to tell a defensive lineman heads up for a screen.
That's what happened. 3rd and 17. Turn about a 35-yard gain for Rodney Nelson. Bring a man in motion, which is Spate. There's Nelson on the screen. There he goes. And he gets right over the first down line again. Another screen. Tim Lynch, you called it. Oh, man.
If it works, keep going to it, right? We got to until they stop it.
That was a 49-yard catch he had before on the screenplay. This one he gets maybe 15. Move it across the 30. So, fresh set. Ball's out by Weaver. Picked up. It's Perkins who scoops it up.
Did he lose it?
And they're going to talk it over. And Perkins lost it again because Nelson ends up with the football. But was he down?
I thought he was down, but because he scooped it and took a step, right?
Yeah. So they say Monmouth ends up with the football. It's just going to be really second and long here. I think it was last year. And now they're going to review it. You figured that was going to come.
I was hoping they would. I was just like, let's just get it right.
Yeah. I know at one point last year, I think we ended up with a third and about 35. And when you get a play like that, Weaver went to just drop back and lost. Here's a look at it. Perkins.
He's down and
then ball pop out, and he's saying I was down, and Nelson's the one who ended up tackling him and came out with the football. So key review here, Bryant, this would put him right in the red zone and in to score after they just failed to do so on their previous trip, right at the red zone.
Basically put them right back where they were.
Yeah. Obviously just with maybe 2 minutes off the clock, but a golden opportunity. And they cash in on Willy Wonka's ticket now, possibly. That ball's, that's moving. That is moving. Nelson, Perkins never fully secured it, and he was trying to tuck it in, and Nelson came from behind.
I think it's Mama's ball.
I think it is. And it looks like from ball position. Officials are still looking at it, but that was a great view there from our team. And what they were able to capture on that previous fumble play that's under review right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things. He had it, but you're right. He was still trying to look to me like he was still trying to tuck it away. So this is probably the best view we're going to get.
Yeah.
So. Good hustle by Nelson.
Yeah, he never fully secured it, yeah.
No.
That's kind of one of those things where they're trying to run with it before they fully secure it. And Perkins nearly had the play there. Nelson's left hand got right in there.
Let's just say he's down.
And also, to remember, the call on the field was that it's Monmouth football, second down from where it is. So it has to be, and it is upheld.
Yep.
They need to, obviously some convincing evidence in order to overturn it. Whereas it's always tough. And again, we think they got the right call on the field. And from what that replay showed us, he never had the football. But a long second down here. Second at about 23. And Michelotti comes through the line. Offsides.
That wasn't even close.
Really neutralized Adi today.
Well, he's done a nice job keeping the offensive lineman busy, and the linebackers been able to make a lot of tackles.
On the ground to Nelson. Collects a couple, try to inch closer.
All right. Say it again. Watch the screen. Just stand it.
Is this where he'll just put everybody at the line of scrimmage and don't let him pass, or at the first down marker? And I think if you're any coach on that defensive side of the ball, I think you're telling them the same thing. Nelson's in the game at tailback. Spade in motion. Runs to the far side. This time it's handed off to Nelson. Gets off the right tackler. Shimmy move. Nelson to the outside. Across the 30. Pushed out of bounds. Nelson with another big run. Puts him over 200 yards today on the ground.
All righty. He just scoots through. Get a double team linebacker. Yeah. You got to come downhill. Safety's got to come downhill and make that tackle. You can't miss there. You can't.
So Nelson with 2 catches for 62 yards. We'll try to bookmark how long that run was for. 233 yards now, tying his career high he had last week, the reigning CAA Offensive Player of the Week. Low snap, they hand it to Nelson. Up the middle. Hard hit, but gain of 9 and a new career high for Rodney Nelson. I mean, all scrimmage yards today.
Yeah.
I mean, he's over 300 yards today. Putting up Madden-like numbers.
Yeah, just old school power coming right at you. Tight end does a good job getting the linebacker.
Like we said, under 5 minutes to go. So Nelson again.
No, I think he's
That's
done.
Jennings there. Those 9s and the 0s keep getting me.
It's tough. It's tough from here.
Nelson, 33 carries, 240 yards gained today. And it was 62 receiving yards. So just another Saturday at the office for Rodney Nelson. program in Monmouth that has produced multiple NFL players, including some good ones, including Chris Hogan, obviously a staple around here in New England, and Miles Austin, all-pro receiver for the Cowboys. Jennings gets knocked down from behind. There's Adi, who comes up with a tackle for a loss.
They're still playing hard. Give them credit. It's tough.
It was tough to move the ball in the first half.
Had a couple opportunities and just couldn't capitalize on it here in the fourth quarter by itself.
Again, just even that touchdown right before the half, like we circled it in our book, and that was a key momentum swing as Jennings dances, tries to inch back towards the original line of scrimmage. Started to see Rich Dochical start to get loose on the sideline here too for Bryant. I don't know if
that means anything.
It means anything, but third down play. As I give it to Nelson.
That makes sense. And they feel comfortable running here fourth down if they want to. This will take us to the 2-minute timeout.
Boy, what a performance Nelson's put on today. Mr. Redshirt sophomore. As that again takes us to the 2-minute timeout. All Monmouth in this one.
Black Bear Nation, let's ride.
Go Tigers.
We are Hampton U.
You know.
As one. Fly Hawks.
Tap the rock, baby. At Geek Prod. Roll ups, baby.
Phoenix Rising.
3 more feet.
Go Tribe.
Go Dogs.
One team, one heart.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
At Bryant University, our students are driven by a hunger to excel. They compete fiercely in the classroom and on the field. At Bryant University, we don't just prepare students for the future, we prepare them to lead it. This is where passion meets purpose. This is where transformation begins. This is Bryant University.
Coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Fourth down.
Is this his second attempt of the year?
Second attempt of the year. Mentioned it at the top. Hudson Feeney is 1 for 1 this year. Has 1 field goal, came against Villanova, a team that doesn't kick too many field goals just because of they're reluctant to go for it on fourth down so many times, but also they're just a highly efficient offense. So Feeney here with the field goal attempt. Penalty flag down as he misses it right. But again, a marker down, and both sides pointing at each other. This one may be against Bryant.
Obviously, not the best view for that call. Did they jump over it?
Personal foul. Leaping. Number 13. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
Oh.
Wow. So correct me if I'm wrong. You're allowed to leap over the line. Just if you make contact with somebody, then it's a penalty.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, just another mistake for Bryant today, late in this game, which just hoping to try to get the football back one more time. And now, first and goal. Elijah Jennings is the running back. They give it to him. Stutter steps and brought down by Dorian Helm.
Number 29, Elijah Jennings. Tackle on the play by number 2, Dorian Helm.
It's one of those things where you just got to, rebound and keep going. It's frustrating, obviously.
Yeah.
When you're in a losing streak and you can't. You play well and you play hard. It's just not enough at the end of the day.
I think today, just over the course of the game, those chances that they had at times would have made this game a lot closer. The give to Jennings up the gut, and he surges through for a touchdown. Elijah Jennings gets his 6th of the season, and that puts a cherry on top of this one for Monmouth as the Road Hawks are on the run now to picking up another road win.
It's right at you.
Nearly untouched into the end zone.
Doesn't have to be pretty.
And it's still talk of the town will be Rodney Nelson today with his 244 yards as a PAT is up and through. What Nelson's been able to do today, and again, Frankie Weaver, I haven't talked much about him just because he hasn't been too busy at times today. I feel like all of his yards have come in burst. Obviously, at the end of that first half, they needed to throw the football. He came up big, and his accuracy too. 14 of 19, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 2 picks, which he bounced back after a really rocky first quarter where he threw the 2 picks, but came back and was the game manager that they have needed him here today. And again, for Monmouth, you're trying to just battle through right now with Derek Robertson still week to week, dealing with an injury he suffered against Stony Brook. So you're kind of just trying to pick up these wins week by week, hoping you can get Robertson back, get him in game shape for the stretch run here and the FCS playoffs. Obviously, top 10 in the country. Monmouth is, kicking a high ball into the wind makes it really tough.
Yeah,
I mean, these
look more interesting than it needed to, right?
Feels like a day when you're on Nantucket or the Vineyard, island type day. Smithfield, for those who have not been to Rhode Island, it's not like it's a Newport by the water. Much more inland, northwest of Providence. This campus, former home of the New England Patriots when they came here in their summer camp. So minute 4. Handoff here to Elijah Elliott, the captain. As you do see a quarterback change here for this last series. Reg Dochikol, number 12 in black and gold underneath center. The day's done for Jaden Kiefner.
Yep.
Went 15 of 34 today, 167 and a touchdown, no picks. Not be in here just to hand the ball off one more time. Well, for Bryant coming up, mentioned they only got one more home game left. That's on November 15th against New Hampshire. On the road next Saturday at UAlbany, and also one more road game at Stony Brook. As I hand it to Elliott here. Was a tough running day for him.
Yeah, just no room today. I mean, there's just nowhere to go.
And they'll get over 50 yards, but they were a tough 50 to get today. As that will put an end to this one. As Monmouth picks up their 6th straight win, they come into New England on the road and down Bryant 35-7 off the heels of 244 rushing yards from Rodney Nelson, along with 62 receiving yards. And Monmouth improves to 8-1 on the season, 5-0 in the CAA. Bulldogs fall to 2-7, 0-5 in conference play.
Tough, right? It's just not much to say. You lose 6 in a row. It grows on you. Makes it hard to go to practice. It makes it hard to go lift weights. It's just one of those things where you gotta find a way. And the schedule's not going to get any easier for Bryant. Obviously, it's one of those things. But it's curious to see what Monmouth ends up doing and having a good year. It's probably the best team I've seen play this year. They don't have any holes. They can run the football. They can throw it when they want to throw it. The screen game's great. Defensively, they run to the football. That's what you look for in a team, and make good habits, and you have good habits, and you run to the ball. And that's one of those things where it's a lot of teaching and a lot of harping on by the coaching staff to get your players to play like that consistently. So interested to see what happens to them the rest of the year. They're a good football team, and be excited to see how they end up. But hopefully they go pretty far. Obviously, CAA with 3 teams in the top 10 or top 20 in the country. So great conference, and for them to win 6 in a row, the way they play, and the old, hey, we're gonna run the ball right at you, and you got to stop us. I love that approach, and give them a ton of credit. You look at some of the stats today. 3rd down, they were great.
Yeah.
The rushing yards were impressive. 22 first downs, obviously, probably the most impressive thing today, and obviously the yards per play was pretty good. So, but yeah, just a great football team, and excited to see where they end up.
Yeah, Rodney Nelson again, a new career high, 244 rushing yards today. Monmouth improves to 5-1 on the road this year. Again, 8-1 overall, 5-0 in conference play. They will return home to UNH next Saturday and take on the Wildcats. Well, that will do it for my broadcasting partner, Tim Lynch, Thomas Cinzarella, rest of our fantastic crew. Final score one last time, Monmouth 35, Bryant 7. This has been a production of CAA Football on Flow Sports. It's up to this really rush defense as Nelson gets the carry again, and he's good enough for a first down. It's on the ground this season, about 6 yards per carry. This time finds Spade, but a big hit. Pressure, finds his man over the middle, and they move the sticks again. It's Spate